Oh my gosh, are you all hearing me well? Alright, I hope that you all are hearing me well now. Alright, because they are after me, guys. Alright guys, so right now the enemies are after me right now. I have sold out what is their plans now. So I'm not sure how long they're going to keep me on the air now. I'm not sure. Alright, for all those that have take down notes when Archangel Samuel speak, it's a blessing. It's a blessing now because I've sold out what is their plans now and how they're going to come against the Caribbean Islands. And how they're going to plot snipers against us and all this kind of thing. So I told you all what was the plan. So now they are after me. They are after me right now. So I'm not sure how long they're going to allow me to be doing lives and making Facebook pages. All right. So I want you all to erupt this Facebook live right now. Erupt this Facebook live with all the truth. So I'm going to gather up everything again. What I teach you just now, I'm going to ask Abba them to reteach me that. Alright, a matter of fact, it's already in my spirit, and I will be teaching you all every single drop of what they just stole. So they just stole what was Abba's plan. Oh my gosh, they just stole what was Abba's plan for the tsunami and us and how quick it's going to happen. Alright, so they just stole that whole life and they deleted from my side. They removed that live and they removed that live. They steal that so that they could advance what they're going to do now. But Yahuwah is going to advance his plans now. So now you all know that Archangel Samuel is the only one on the earth that speaks the only truth of the Creator's Elohim, that exposes the works of darkness, exposes the workers of darkness and the atrocities that they have against us. All right, so now you know that. Yes, the live that I just did is removed, guys. So I am going to redo every single thing. They want me to redo it. So I will redo it. But I want to speak in some codes now. Please, I want you all to listen to me, push this live viral. There are certain things that I just said. I wouldn't say it again. That's why I always tell the commanders to keep notes, to be there on the live, to keep notes. It have a lot of commanders. We have a lot of commanders, and they could all take notes. Even if they're taking notes of the same thing, they could take notes so that when that time to present the proof of the warning to other people, to the people, that we will present that truth and then we will go. All right. So, matter of fact, from now on, anybody could keep notes. Since some of the commanders doesn't be wrong to take notes, anybody could take notes right now. Take notes of what I'm saying, because very soon you will no longer be hearing this voice. Alright, so this is what's going to happen in a match cell. This is what's going to happen in a matchbox. Alright, so I had to speak in different codes now so that they won't pick up what I'm going to reveal to you a little deeper of what is the agenda. Take notes. Alright, so this is what's going to happen in Haiti right now, there's a civil war erupting. And the one that is creating this sort of war is Azzazel. Azzazel is the war god, or the god of war, so to speak. Quote unquote, the demigod in this realm called Earth. In this realm, Azzazel is the god of war, because Lucifer knows nothing about war. Lucifer knows about singing, he knows about that, but Lucifer knows nothing about war, guys. Alright, so Archangel Raphael, Gabriel, Michael, they are going to create an atmosphere of havoc on the earth in the next coming days, to signify that the Lamb will now be taking part in war against Azzazel and the fallen angels. This is how civil war is going to erupt in the Caribbean Islands. Take notes, alright? So what we'll do is just take part by part. I won't just say out everything one time, alright? I want to make it short, because right now they're tailing my ass. So now you know that Azzazel, alright, Azzazel is the one that is making war and provoking war. Right now, Azzazel is provoking Elohim to wrath on the earth right now. Alright, so that's the reason why civil war has erupted in Haiti. As I told you all before, there's a silent war going on right now. And when that silent war erupts among the people of the Caribbean island, then they will rebel against the kingdom of darkness. When they begin to rebel against the kingdom of darkness, then you will see things will begin serious. Also, I will stop there and then I will just go forward, alright? So tag everybody that you know. Everybody needs to hear this. If this is the final words before boom happens, I'm telling you now, this could be the final word. I'm telling you right now, because they just shut down the last live that I did, that exposed the atrocity, exposed their plans. Alright, so now I'm telling you again. Alright, there are 300. Please read what is in the description of the live. There are 300 snipers sent from Israel to the Caribbean Islands. They are within the airspace of the Caribbean Islands right now. There are 300 snipers from Israel. They are coming for us, guys. They are not going to make war with Maduro. Maduro, the prime president, wherever, of Venezuela, already sold out to the Illuminati. The war is against the people, not the governments fighting against one another. That's what I want you all to think. The war is against the people of the Caribbean Islands. And after that occurs, in a few days from now, could be 6 days, 3 days, 4 days, could be 10 years, 10 years, it could be, you know what I mean? Just giving you a little update on what I just said. Alright, so Trinidad have Carnival coming up in a few days from now. Trinidad have Carnival coming up, guys. They're going to get people for Carnival. You see that Carnival coming there? You see Carnival coming? So you see Carnival coming up in Trinidad? I will tell you all, stay out of Carnival. This Carnival not only going to be bloody, but it's going to be the beginning of the eruption of the civil war amongst the people of the Caribbean Islands, because the enemies is making plans to step up their game to get people into FEMA camp, as the Caribbean Islands is going to be the place where Armageddon first begins. So let me tell you something. If all you begin to be scared, no, I don't know when you will begin to be scared. Why? No, what I'm asking you all right now, right? Why will the UN send 300? Why will the UN send 300 snipers who are the Jesuits? Yes, the snipers are the Jesuits from Israel, who are the Ashkenazi Jews, the ones who kick out the true Israelites, and Yahuwah scatter them around the earth. I don't want to talk too deep about them because they have a thing against me. Alright, but anyhow, I'm telling you all, why will they need 300 snipers, alright, to take out one man? Think about it. No, they don't need 300 snipers to take out one man. And this is not a training exercise. This is real war. This is war, because they're coming against the ones, the righteous ones, or they're coming against the tribe of Benjamin, who is at the closest to the heart of Yahushua. All right? So right now I had to mind certain things that I'm saying because they could shut down the live. I don't mind what I'm saying. Please take notes of what I'm saying. Alright? If they shut it down again, I ain't doing no more lives. Alright? Because it takes a lot of sacrifice to do what I'm doing. A lot of sacrifice. It takes a lot from me, and all it takes from you is just to listen and share the life. That's all it takes for you to listen and share the life. I ain't asking you for nothing else. All I'm asking you is just to share the life so that people could run into the arms of Elohim quickly before civil war erupts, which will be in a few days from now, and it could be at least 24 hours per se. So that's right, Lucifer knows nothing about war. Lucifer knows about singing. So the war that erupting is Azzazel is the one who provoking the war, the civil war that's going on. Azzazel is the one who provoking this war. Lucifer have nothing to do with this war, although he's a part of it, yes. But Azzazel is the one who provoking Yahuwah, Imaya, and Lord Yahushua to wrath. And once that begins, right, that will be the beginning of civil war, which will begin in the Caribbean Islands, because the Caribbean Islands is the tribe of Benjamin. So this is how it's going to happen, alright? This is how it's going to unfold. As of right now, Yahuwah has 4,000 feet of water down Petrotrin. He has 7,000 feet of water Cuperano. All right, he have how much? I said already. Yahuwah have at least 4,000 feet of water. Dominica. Yahuwah has at least he has at least 7,000 feet of water. Panama City. Those are places that are called will have tsunamis. Will begin the tsunami. Grenada, St. George's will be the place where the tsunami will begin for Grenada, which will flatten Grenada. So the mega tsunami that is going to happen is going to rise high like the cloud. So the tsunami that's going to happen in a few days from now, or could be a few hours from now, or a few minutes from now, seconds from now. All right, that tsunami, all right, that is going to happen in the Caribbean Islands is going to be more than 700 feet high, because that tsunami is going to be high like the clouds that you're seeing in the sky, that will flatten everything. And as I was saying before, during that process of the tsunami, some people will drown and some will be electrocuted, because it will be a sudden event that will happen in the Caribbean Islands, which also includes Indonesia. All right, so all the places on the earth that have natural resources, those are the places that belongs to the Caribbean Islands. Those are the places that belongs to the other piece, or the missing pieces of the puzzle, are the places that have natural resources, are the places who Yahuwah separated long time ago, and now the enemies are going after them because they are the tribe of Benjamin and they have natural resources. So this that you see in there on the screen, that is what's happening right now in Haiti. All right, Israel again has sent to the Caribbean Islands 300. I can't show you that video. I can't show you that video. They might cut off my life. I can't show you that video. If I show you that video, you will have to. Nah, I can't show you that video. If I show you the video, they will cut the live. All right, because that is proof of everything that I'm telling you that is going to happen. All right, it is proof that war has begun in the Caribbean Islands. The silent war that I've been telling you all for years now, that will erupt now in 2019. That war is erupting right now. So I cannot show you that video of the Israelis coming into the country of I think it's Brazil or Mexico, but 300 snipers that was dispatched to the Caribbean Islands to invoke wrath, to invoke war amongst the people of the Caribbean Islands. And to also say, Yahuwah now told me that some of those snipers will be used on some government ministers. So the enemy is going to take over the Caribbean Islands to get to us, because they have to take out the ministers on them. No, they will be taking out the ministers on them, right? They will take out the government ministers. All the government ministers that is not a part of the UN, the ones that haven't signed up with the UN, or the ones who still are part of the union, the union or the ministers on them, they're going to sniper them. They're going to assassinate. They are going to assassinate a lot of ministers in the Caribbean island. They're going to assassinate them. And the assassination might sound like it is going to happen to Maduro in Venezuela, But no, that is the reason why Trinidad Prime Minister, I'm not calling his name because I know they're listening. That is the reason why Trinidad Prime Minister told the people of Trinidad that they are going to issue ID cards to Venezuela, because they're going to bring the war from Venezuela into Trinidad, and from Trinidad it's going to spread throughout the Caribbean Islands as a wildfire. So that will be a wildfire war, or wildfire, the beginning of civil war in the Caribbean Islands, which is going to erupt during the next 7 days or so, or it could be a little more time, unless if they put things in place in time. All right. So this is how we're going to escape. Those in the Caribbean Islands, this is how you will escape this judgment of Elohim. Because the war that erupted is also a part of Yahuwah's judgment, also a part of their plan. That is what they want. The people do not desire righteousness. They do not desire the love of their creators. So therefore, Yahuwah has released them unto their enemies. So if Yahuwah release the people unto their enemies who are ungodly, who are unrighteous, therefore those who are amongst them who are righteous needs to be protected. They needs to be raptured or taken up. They needs to escape this judgment, this Armageddon war, this persecution, this the righteous ones will escape. So that is why Dominican Republic will also have a tsunami. Yes, Dominican Republic will have a tsunami. The water will rise high as the sky in Dominica, and it will stop when it reaches certain place and build. So the water will drop when it passes through certain places. The water will pass, but it will continue flowing. So what Yahuwah did with the tectonic plates, if it has all the tectonic plates will line up in a specific way, like a sort of river or a road, right? It will line up in a certain way where the water will continuously flowing, bringing catastrophic disaster throughout the Caribbean Islands. So when the earthquake happens off Cuperano and Petrotrin in Trinidad, right, that will be a 8.5, might be a 9.1. I can't really say the Pacific. I can't really say the specific magnitude that will happen off of Cuperano, because Cuperano or Carupano will break off, and when Carupano break off, that will sink. 1/3 of Trinidad will sink and split in 3 different parts. So the only part that will remain to face fireballs and underwater volcano and whatever will be places like Arima. The more the north or the northeast of Trinidad will remain afloat to face judgment and the pestilence of war. All right, so they will face that war. So the people who are in the northeast of Trinidad, those are the people who will be taken into concentration camp and tormented. All right, those are the people that Azzazel will feel threatened. Because remember, all the others who are of the tribe of Benjamin, who will be raptured, who will be taken up, all right, the ones who are already sealed, those are the ones that will be taken up. So the others who remain left behind will be the ones to face the wrath of Azzazel. They will face the wrath of Azzazel, because we also have Russia, who also in Venezuela as we speak. All right, so there have been at least the numbers is about 3,000 soldiers from Russia, about 3,000 soldiers. Even notice the numbers: 300 snipers, 3,000 soldiers from Russia all right, that have high tech bombs and stuff like that. They are right now in Venezuela. Trinidad and Tobago made a pact with the devil, made a pact with azzazel, all right, sold out the people and the resources of the people, and have the people suffering, all right, and that is the truth, as I'm saying. So I want that to sink in your spirit before we go forward. So that means that the enemy will be on the heels of those who are left behind. So those who are left behind will be the ones to suffer, right? Those who are left behind will be the ones to suffer the full wrath of Elohim, as well as the ones to suffer the persecution or the suffering of all those guillotines that they buy. All right.
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if the house was on fire. Because it is.
So Trinidad Carnival is coming up. That is when they're going to strike. Dominica Republic Carnival is coming up same time with Trinidad Carnival, I think. That is when they're going to strike. That is why I keep warning you all, stay out from the traditions of the world. Civil war will erupt in the Caribbean Islands.
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if the house was on fire. Because it is.
To be honest, who wants to laugh could laugh now. Let her laugh the best. All who laugh last, let her laugh the best. Because what's going to happen is something that nobody else on the earth has never seen or witnessed before. It's a horror movie, even worse than a horror movie, that awaits all those who laughing, mocking, and scoffing. Go right ahead. But when that day of horror comes, there will be no escape at all.
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if the house was on fire.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is give the commenters, those who comment in, an opportunity to ask questions. Alright, before we go on to a different teaching, before we go on to an even deeper teaching, please, I want you all to ask a question, because we're going into that deeper teaching soon.
I want you to panic.
So when Noah told them, get into the ark, no one listened. Noah was sent 120 days. 120 days Noah was sent to warn the people. 120 days, not years. 120 days Noah was told by Yahuwah, go and warn the people, go and warn them. Yahuwah sent angels, archangels, mighty angels, strong and mighty angels to help Noah build the ark. The ark wasn't built by Noah and his sons only. Noah had supernatural helps. Angels came down in their numbers and helped Noah build that ark, because that ark was a giant ark. That ark wasn't nothing like what they're telling you all in the Bible. Nothing at all.
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if...
So this is the time. If you want to panic, you don't need to panic. Trust in Elohim. This is the opportunity for you to get into the ark of safety. Also send your friend requests. Alright? And before you send your friend requests, please state what is your interest in reaching out to me. Alright? I don't just add people because I want friends or just want people as a Facebook friend. When I add you, it must be for a purpose. We don't have time, guys. We don't really have time. Alright?
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if the house was on fire. Because it is.
And when Noah entered the ark, before Noah could enter the ark, and when the ark was shut, the rains come. And let me tell you something, the rain is nothing. That rain that fall during Noah time was nothing like what's going on around the earth. That rain that fall during Noah time was a mega tsunami.
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if the house was on fire. Because it is.
So that was the reason why. That was the said reason why. Alright? That was the reason why the ark was so huge. Because it was a mega tsunami. In order to bring destruction. In order to bring destruction, Yahuwah had to set up. Yes, Yahuwah had to set up the earth or set up the tectonic plates in a certain way. So during Noah times, yes, during Noah times, Abba Yahuwah had set up the tectonic plates, just like what he's doing right now. There were earthquakes during Noah time. The earthquakes was in order to facilitate for when the rain come, the atmospheric tsunami come, that the water will fall for a couple days. Well, in order to facilitate for the ark to sail. So the ark had to sail on that mega tsunami in order to save a particular people. In order to save a particular people, Yahuwah had to set up the tectonic plates in order to accumulate for that mega tsunami that happened during Noah time. Alright, I'm just trying to explain it in a simpler way that people could understand in a human way. You know what I mean? If I explain it in a more higher way, you will not understand what I'm saying.
I want you to panic. I want you to act as if the house was on fire. Because it is.
The elites Alright, so now you know about that truth. Alright, now you know that truth. We're going to go into something, we're going to go in a deeper teaching now. Way deeper than you ever could think about. We're going to go a little deeper into certain teachings here right now. Alright, so I'm going to take you right into that live right now, which is going to be deeper. The elites, as I said last night before, last year, 2017, 2016, 2015, what would have happened in the Caribbean island, what is already unfolding right now. So as we speak right now, America they're making news to bring judgment, so to speak, because they're going to bring judgment. They're going to release it upon the Caribbean islands. So as of right now, you have Nicolas Maduro, and you have Trinidad Prime Minister, you have different people supporting the agenda of the Illuminati. So what actually going on with the people in Trinidad is where they're beginning to get desperate. Now listen to me very carefully. Now, what I'm saying is that the people of the Caribbean islands has become desperate. Although they already have, let me say, the necessary water, food, water, they already have food and water and clothing, housing, all those necessary things to survive. Venezuela, there have been an ongoing coup in Venezuela for a very long time. Since 2017, there have been a coup happening in Venezuela, and nobody was actually pushing their attention towards Venezuela. Everybody was pushing their attention to different agendas that the Illuminati created. Now there are people who will talk about certain aspects of politics. Elohim don't support politics, because the same politicians who people supporting, who people believing in, who people trusting in, is the same one who already sold out to the agenda of the Illuminati in order to continue the upliftment of the agenda, to continue the agenda of the evil ones in the earth. Now, this distraction is very huge. This deception is very huge. The people in the Caribbean Islands is buying this nonsense, that they believe that Venezuela is going to war with USA and Russia. But let Archangel Samuel tell you what will truly unfold. What will unfold is that the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, he trying to push up himself to the UN. Now listen to me. This is a deep distraction, a deep deception, that the people not opening their eyes to see what is really going on. Now in your eyes, you might believe there is a war between different turfs, Russia and America, but there's no war between those countries. It's all a turf war. It's something called a turf war. A turf war is when a country have a certain resource that other enemy wants, so to speak. Venezuela have a resource of oil, which is 75% higher than all the other regions, like the US. The US have at least 23% oil, but Venezuela have the highest percentage of drums of oil you could actually get on the earth. Venezuela have the highest rating for oil reserves on the earth, the entire earth. What I'm saying is that Nicolas Maduro is in the Illuminati, yes. Now, before they did try to take him out in 2018 February last year, they tried to kill Nicolas Maduro to take over the position. But you know, I won't go deep into that, because when I talk certain things, people will understand what I'm saying. So I don't want to go too deep to confuse people. I just want to give you all an idea of what I'm actually explaining to you all, without bringing out the real deep facts of the deception that's going on earth. Nicolas Maduro already sold out to the Illuminati. No one, listen to me, no one in government, nobody in government. And also you should know as well, there's no Rothschild's banks in Venezuela. That is the reason why the economy in Venezuela collapsed. It collapsed because it couldn't run on its own resources. That is the reason why, folks, Nicolas Maduro already sold out to the Illuminati. No, he's not a clone. He has to keep up this resilience of looking like if it's war going to break out. But there's that war that is going to break out. We're talking about World War III. Now, you might say World War III going to begin in the Middle East. That's turf war. What Israel is doing in the Middle East is called a turf war. What US is about to do in the Caribbean Islands, it is a suicide mission. What they're going to do is not war against each other, but war against the people in the Caribbean Islands who will rebel against the laws that they're going to bring in a couple days from now. That I told you all, civil war is what is coming. Now, as Yahushua said, if people want to continue to laugh, mock and scoff, they could do that as well. That is in their free will to do so. They're going to destroy the Caribbean Islands with nukes. That is in order to get to Yahushua. Because folks, if anybody remember Archangel Samuel saying in 2018, Yahushua returns in 2019. Hence the reason why Russia going to gather with Venezuela, and the US, it will look like if the US really going to war with Russia, but at the end of the day, all of them is allies. All of them is together, folks. You ever see Russia fighting war against the US? No, folks. The war that you see happening in the Middle East is called a turf war. It's a war with different countries. Well, I say countries, but continents, so to speak. It is a war. The war in Israel in the Middle East is a turf war where they want land. Where they want land. They want turf. Certain turfs. You know what I mean? They want certain turfs in Israel. Like in the Middle East, guys. Now we're talking about the Caribbean island. People pushing this agenda as if there will be a war between Venezuela and America. No. You see, they make it look to you as though they're going to war with USA. But the agenda is to destroy the Caribbean island. The agenda is not a war against each other. The agenda is for turf war. They're setting up boundaries. They're setting up barriers, getting prepared for civil war, which will eventually erupt into the World War III. Now there's a lot of Christian fanatics out there talking about World War III will be this and that. They have no idea what World War III will be. Because guys, World War III is the end of the earth. The end of the earth. World War III will be the end. And World War III is not a natural war where they fight against one another. No. What you see in the movie is a deception. You hear what I tell you? What you see in the movie with this one fighting against this one is a turf war. World War III is Armageddon war. Armageddon is the end of the world. Well, you now understand what's going on, right? Are you not opening all your eyes? You think that these countries, that Russia go and fight against the US, is against us? Oh my gosh, the people is so blasted, blind and brainwashed. It's so sad that they can't see that the war is not against the enemies themselves, but the war is against those who will rise up against them. All you hear about saying, we're not going and fight against each other. That war is between us. Wow! People can't see that. That is the reason why the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago went into the UN Wow, you all are so friggin' brainwashed. The enemies will never fight against themselves. The enemy will never fight against himself. That war is against us, folks. They want us dead. Fallen angels. Russia already get cue from the Illuminati. Listen very carefully to what Archangel Samuel teaching you. The Illuminati already give Russia clue. Go after the Caribbean island. Those are the places that will be destroyed first by that mega tsunami. But before that tsunami happens, we will move into the byways and to the highways. Nicolas Maduro already in the Illuminati. Hey, if something was to happen in Venezuela today or tomorrow, he will escape. You hear what I'm saying? That's the reason why the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago ran to the UN, because he wants to secure himself. Because when this war break out in the Caribbean Islands, it will be against the kingdom of the Most High and the kingdom of darkness. If something was to happen in Venezuela today or tomorrow, Nicolas Maduro and his wife and his family, they will escape without even a scratch. You know why? Because they already sold out. So they have to put it in your mind. Hey, we're going to fight war. Just like what you're seeing there. It looked like if we got into fight against USA, because it's looking, they were pushing the agenda. They're pushing the agenda of war in you. You believe in, folks. You believe in your heart that Russia will not fight against the US in war. That's the agenda they want you to believe. And you believe that without a shadow of doubting that it is indeed an agenda by the Illuminati to wipe us out. So when you actually think that they're going to battle against each other, it's we they're coming at. All that's all I'm saying. Are you awakened yet? They're coming for us. Russia will never fight against the US. They are allies, they are brothers, they are sisters. They are all in this one world, new world, one world government agenda. Trinidad and Tobago deep in this occult. Trinidad and Tobago is deep. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is deep in this occult practice that's going on. And they already sold out the people of Trinidad. They already sold out. For example, look how much accidents just happening in Trinidad. Is it a coincidence? All of a sudden, every single day there are accidents happening on the highway. Am I making sense to you? Do you have on the full armor of Elohim in this hour? That's the reason why when they are about to start this war between us, we will go up. We will transform. The purpose of the tsunami that will happen in Venezuela and wipe out half of Trinidad is to protect us, the righteous ones. Is to protect us from the agenda that they are about to execute. When Russia and Venezuela gather together, the US embassy and the US allies, they will move in secretly in Trinidad. You hear what I'm saying? That is the agenda. So when the war is about to break out between us and them, Yahushua will come. We will be raptured up, and the tsunami will block any the tsunami will be so high that it will block the transformation from happening, so that they don't launch a freaking missile at we when we are about to transform. Now what I'm saying here might sound unbelievable to you, but nobody on the earth knows exactly what's going on. Nobody on the earth knows exactly. It's all propaganda. They're all pushing this agenda as if Venezuela going to war with the US. No. And you understand what is the purpose of the tsunami? The purpose of the tsunami is to protect us. They have a plan. Because the Caribbean Islands will be the first place to be destroyed. All I hear was saying. Everybody think that they're going and fight each other. It's we they're coming for. That is the reason why. All listen carefully. When the 8.1 magnitude earthquake happened, make sure that everything that I'm saying here, commanders, make sure that you record it. Make sure that you put it into recordings. Make sure that you put it into keep record of what I am speaking. When the final hour has reached, which will be in a few days from now, and I keep repeating to you, only I know that day and that hour when the tsunami will happen, because I am the divine messenger of Elohim. So when the 8.5 magnitude earthquake happened, they will already be gathered. They will be ready to launch missiles at the embassy in Port of Spain. Or listen carefully to what I'm saying. They're trying to block the transformation. They're trying to block the rapture from happening. They're trying to block us from escaping, because we are the ones who they want. And I understand what I'm saying. They want to hurt the heart of our creators so much, because they are banished from entering into the New Jerusalem. Hello, am I making sense to you? That is the reason why when the 8.5 magnitude earthquake happens, that will be the first attempt to move in on us. That is the reason why the 8.5 magnitude earthquake will happen 5:23 p.m. During that time, when it happens, then they will lock down Trinidad. You hear what's said? They will lock down Trinidad. They will move in and lock down Trinidad. Hours after 3 a.m. in the morning time, when you're sleeping in your bed and you're dreaming and you're dribbling, that's when the 10.1 earthquake will happen. Because the Caribbean Islands will be the first to be destroyed by a mega quake. Now I'm telling you all things in advance, so that you will know exactly what is the agenda behind all the distractions that going on. Recently, I'll go back to that just now. There was an article in the Express newspaper that Venezuela kidnap people from Trinidad. It is to create a war between Trinidad and Venezuela. Are you not seeing the agenda, right? The agenda is these guys are getting paid. Ever heard about mind control before? Mind control. They are mind controlling people in Trinidad to do certain agendas and paying them next to nothing. Well, they better get ready for what's going to happen. That is the reason why they want Trinidadians now to war against Venezuela right here in Trinidad. All the Venezuelans and them living in Trinidad, they want them to rise up against them, to create the civil war atmosphere, so that Venezuela, of course, they will come across here. They are trying to invoke civil war in the Caribbean Islands, and they begin now to lie and say that Venezuelan kidnapping Trinidadians, which indeed was happening a long time ago. But the kidnappings that happening right now, that claiming that Venezuelan kidnapping Trinidadians, it is a friggin' lie. It is an agenda by the Illuminati. You might know what the heck Archangel Samuel talking about. All who don't want to hear. All who don't want to hear. I tell you, you will feel on that great day of Yahuwah's judgment. You will feel it. Because when you see us going up into the New Jerusalem, you will be there looking. You'll be like, wow, Archangel Samuel was just trying to warn us. He was just trying to help us. He was just trying to reach out his hands for us. But we didn't want it, the love of the Father. We didn't desire righteousness then. We didn't want no Savior called Yahushua. That is the words that they speak now, even in this hour. They don't want no Savior other than the gods that they love. That's the reason why when judgment come upon them, then they will know. If Russia was really going to war with America, that war would have broke out long time. There's no war between the enemies, folks. They will fight for territory, yes. They will shoot missiles at each other for territory, for territories. But we're talking about a real world war. The first war, World War. The first World War was when the Allies and them was against each other and there was really warring. World War II, it was a civil war. World War II was a civil war. And the war wasn't only against black people, but it was against humanity. Now we are in the end of days, the final hour. Now they come again at a final war, the final agenda. Do you understand what I'm saying? World War III is the end of the system of Babylon. World War III includes Russia, United States, Venezuela, Trinidad and Tobago, all going to unite. Not the people, and here I was saying, it's not the people uniting, it's the enemies uniting to crush the righteous ones on the earth. World War III is the end of the world. World War III is the collapse of the entire Babylonian system. And all the agendas that they set up to come against us, we will laugh at them, folks. The war that happening in Venezuela is a false war. The war that taking place is false. They give you an idea to make you believe they're really going against each other. But the truth is, they're going to gather each other. They're going to gather in millions, in numbers, against Yahushua to begin the World War III, to begin the Armageddon War. To begin Armageddon War. Armageddon War will begin in the Caribbean Islands. So you actually believe that civil war? I ain't gonna stay too long anymore, alright? I promise. I'll just stay about 5 minutes again. You believe in your heart that your government is telling you the truth. You believe that the news stations is feeding you righteousness. But guys, newsflash, who can hear will surely feel. And that is a promise.
One day, all the money that involves in the thinking wealth can make them say, bear in mind these times keeping blind needs no eyes to see, that the gift of God depends on love and liberty. And it will be, see that God is real. And it will be, Jah plays no hide and seek. And it will be, you see, double in trouble without hesitation. You cry and call on Johnny. Let me help you from the road you still won't refrain. Why are you hard and giving your words cannot go in vain? Okay to the voice of calling and make sure that you are saved. And it will be to see that Jah real. And it will be Jah plays no hide and seek. And it will be, you see, rabbits and terrorize, intimidating victimized objects of scattering fear and death. But what men do Moses, I know Jah is spoken to him for once we are life and sense. No disrespect, but it's the truth which no man can dispute. Every knee shall bow in tongues confess of King David's truth. And he will feel and see that Jah real. And he will feel Jah plays no hide and seek. And he will feel, you see.
So that's the question I'm asking people right now. A little quiz. Do you believe that the war between the US and Venezuela is real? Do you believe that war is real? Alright? So that's the question I'm asking right now. Do you believe that the war between Russia, USA and Venezuela is real? Does that man look like he care about anybody? Does that man look like they're going to war? They have to make you believe that it's war. They're going to war against each other. But when they hit your missile in your ass, then you know how serious it is. It was always against you. That's the reason why they raise everything in the grocery and only the rich could buy. But the poor man like I and you had to suffer. You know why?
Poor man see far of getting riches one day. While the money that bows in the thinking wealth can make them say, bear in mind these hearts even blind need no eyes to see, that the gift of God depends on love and liberty. And it will be, see that Jah real. And it will be, Jah plays no hide and seek. And it will be, you see. Who can hear when singing? You see that Jah is real. Yeah.
You know, I could actually go deeper and deeper into certain things, but people will listen to me. You know, that's the sad thing. The sad thing about it is, if I go deeper and teach deeper things about the agenda, people will not believe me. And not only that, the psychics and them would steal it, and then they will say, I get it via visions. They ain't get nothing via vision. This Devika, this Devika and all these other people who following these people, they ain't getting nothing by no vision. They're all learning all these things that the psychics are talking about, and it actually happening is because they first heard it from Archangel Samuel. They stole it from Archangel Samuel page. They heard it from somebody else, and then after they told you all that they see certain things via vision. Lie, 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 lie.
Without hesitation, you cry and hold on Johnny. And he helps you from your wrongs, you see more refrain. Why are you hard of hearing your words? You cannot go in vain. I'll get to the voice of the starting and make sure that you are safe. And there will be, and see that Jah is real. Jah is real. Who can hear and feel and see that Jah is real?
So let's look at Nicolas Maduro. That's Nicolas Maduro and his wife. You hear what I'm saying? That's his wife. In case you all don't know where his wife came from or who is his wife, Nicolas Maduro is the brother of Hugo Chavez. Let me get a little understanding about Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez sold out to the Illuminati. And Hugo Chavez didn't just die just like that. His death wasn't just like that, folks. So, in case you all don't know that Hugo Chavez, alright, died, alright, because it was a plot to take over the oil reserves in Venezuela. If all did not wake up now, I'm not sure when you all will wake up. Alright, so I'd like to say thank you for everyone who watched today's live. It was such a blessing to be here on the live with you all. But I'd like to say thank you for all those who joined today's live. I'm not going to cross over into 4 hours or 10 hours or 20 hours. Alright? It's been a blessing being here on this live with you all. But this word I will leave with you all. Turn to Elohim now. Stop following the psychics, the laughers, the mockers, the scoffers. Stop running after these people. Because if you are not rooted and grounded in Elohim's righteousness, you will be wiped out. It's very deep. Yes, Miss Betis. Yes, Kelly. It's very, very, very deep. And you know what I noticed? Some of you who commenting on the said page, Yahuwah is looking at you. You're posting worldly things. You're not supporting Elohim. You're not supporting the righteousness of the kingdom of Yah. So therefore, you will never ever enter into the New Jerusalem. So if you actually think that you're riding Archangel Samuel's head, you're not really riding my head. You're just wasting time. Because when that time comes and you can't transfer or you can't transform, don't blame Archangel Samuel. I'm telling you all what's coming. I'm telling you all what's going to happen. And everybody else who's talking about the war between Venezuela and US and Colombia and all those other places, they are all a part of this deceived agenda. It's all an agenda. You can't fool Elohim. You hear what I'm saying? If you think you're riding my head and think that you're fooling me and say, you know what, okay, I will just ride along with Archangel Samuel to remain clear of the destruction that's going to happen. I'm sorry, because when that day and that time come and you are truly ready for the transformation and you're walking in your own zone of deception, and you continue to be the way how you want to be, and you would help and push the righteousness of the kingdom of Yah on your Facebook page, you'll say, well, wow, Elohim does take offense to our Facebook post. Yes, everything you do in the eyes of the Most High must be righteous. Stop posting once of the shit about Carnival. Stop supporting the worldly agenda of the Illuminati. So you continue to be whoever you choose to be. However you choose to be in this hour. Every organization in Trinidad, the Caribbean Islands, throughout the earth, works for the Illuminati. Whether it's US Seismic, whether it's the weather station, or whoever dealing with the weather, they have to pass through the Illuminati. Now you might believe that US Seismic don't report to higher authority. Yes, they do. Even Rowley, even Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister have to report to higher authority. Wow, you are so friggin' blind, right in your eyes. The truth is right there. Why you think Trinidad government run to US? And now all of a sudden now, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago not supporting Maduro, and he not acknowledging Maduro no longer as the Prime Minister of the Prime Minister or the President, whatever, of Venezuela. You know why? Because if you don't make peace with the UN, or if you side against the enemy, which is the people of the Caribbean Island, if you side against them with the UN will take him out. The prime ministers, all prime ministers, presidents, they all sign up into the Illuminati. Don't think that a prime minister does just become a prime minister. Don't think a president does become a president. Don't think so, folks. Don't be deceived no more. They are all selected. They are selected, not chosen by you, the public. You, the public, have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the agenda of the Illuminati. So you could vote from now until forever. Even the opposition leader in the UNC or in the PEP, anytime you sign up to be a political party, you have to pass through the process of the Illuminati. This is for the Trinidadians who believe that PEP, that the political party called PEP will be a standing innovation against the PNM government or against whatever government coming. And they believe that they could talk smoothly to the people and think that they could win the vote from this political party. This political party is already assigned. The Illuminati assigns who they want in government, not your vote. So you believe that the political parties and all of them, you believe that they're for your need. You believe that they're supporting your agenda. Kamala, Assessor, Besad, whatever you call she was the Prime Minister back then in 2015. Because she wasn't going along with the agenda of the Illuminati, they decide not to make her Prime Minister of Trinidad anymore. You hear what I'm saying? Now what I'm saying might sound mad to people. So you believe that they supporting you in some way But the only time you just really see these people is when it's election time. Why? Why when it's election time? Then you see them paving road and all this kind of thing. It's called favoritism. Because when they get into office, they will favor a certain people who really was supporting them, and the Illuminati will actually give them 2 points for that. Now you don't know what the hell Archangel Samuel talking about, because you not aware of how deep this friggin' rabbit hole is. And all of a sudden now, Trinidad now is against Venezuela. You know what happened to the gas reserves in Trinidad? The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago shut down Petrotrin, sold Petrotrin, fired 10,000 people, and up to this day, people are still being fired from different jobs. Fired 1,000 people from TSTT, fired from WASA, fired from TNTech. If it happen, it come in. Port of Authority sold out already to the Illuminati. Who do you think they sell it to? Because they call Chinese government. Because you think they call Chinese government, they're not the elite. They are the elite. I don't know when all they will wake up and realize what's really going on. If you not awaken, if people want to laugh, sister, brother, commanders, if people want to laugh at us in Indonesia, Trinidad, Tobago, Carribean Islands, whoever want to continue to laugh, let them laugh. Because you see what coming? You see what going to happen? I'll go pray. Where Archangel Samuel now when we need him? Nowhere wrong. I will be nowhere wrong to tell you all anything. Today or tomorrow, war breaks out, so-called war. I say war like a war between America and that kind of thing. Nicolas Maduro already sold out to the Illuminati. The oil reserves already belongs to the US. The sanctions of the different oil refineries in Venezuela is already sold out to the US. The US wants territory. Territories, they want territories. And one of the territories that they want is Trinidad. I'll wake the fuck up. I have to begin to discuss. Trinidad is an oil reserves as well. And the US want it all. It's all about territories. They want Trinidad oil reserves. Trinidad oil and gas. They want it all. And because they know that the people in the Caribbean Islands won't just give up the resources to them, they decide a suicide mission. And folks, that suicide mission will be about us, because they know that we will rise up against them. Because they know that Trinidad, because they know that Trinidad have oil and gas, they want the reserves that Trinidad has. Trinidad, let me ask you all a question. The company that they placed there to replace Petrotrin. Alright? The company that they put there to replace Petrotrin. What's the name of it again? Or do you remind me? I think it's something to do with heritage. Why it is they call a company a heritage? Because it is the heritage of the Illuminati of the US to take over certain sanctions. You see, Petrotrin now was state owned by the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Petrotrin was state owned because the people of Trinidad and Tobago was actually working there, and they was actually getting the rates and whatever to help the serve cola, whatever to help the serve, to give them incentives in order to help them to establish the economy, to push the gas reserves. That's the reason why they were paying people so much money in Petrotrin and all this kind of thing, because they try to give the citizens hope. But when the time comes to shut down all that, they had to close down Petrotrin, and they had to bring heritage. The company heritage, folks, is a company not from friggin' Syria. Heritage Petroleum is not from friggin' Syria. You were all fooled. The company heritage is from the US. The company heritage is from the US. Well, I don't understand what's really going on. The company heritage is from the US. Heritage Petroleum is the same Petrotrin. So what they did was they sent them everybody and they do a refurbishment. But the refurbishment that they did was a quick fix, in order to hide the agenda that they're taking over the rights from the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They stripped the rights from the people. The union in Trinidad, the old WTU, already sold out to the Illuminati. The Illuminati is the 1%, by the way. You keep hearing the union ministers and them, or the union representatives, they keep talking about the 1%, the government of Trinidad and Tobago helping the partners, the 1%, but they are the ones who are already a part of the 1%. The union is the 1%. Am I making sense? The union, every union on the earth is a part of the Illuminati. Must be. Now these things that I'm revealing to you all here, nobody knows about it, These things that I'm revealing to you all here, nobody knows about it. This is what they're hiding in the shadows of darkness, and this is what I'm bringing to the light. Nobody knows about this. So when you are Devika talking about Putin is really a female or some kind of shit talk like that, when you have a psychic talking as a shit and misleading people, when you have a pastor, a prophet, a deacon, an evangelist misleading people, talking as a propaganda bullshit to people, misleading the public, you should know who they really work for. Not Elohim. They work for the gods of this world. This Devika don't know nothing. Psychics knows nothing about what's going on. Putin is not going to war with the US. They're going to gather together. They're going to become one army against us. Now the only reason why I'm going up to 2 hours because I have 60 something people on the live. The whole Caribbean Islands is in a limbo. Because all the ministers in government, whether in Haiti, wherever island they are in, they are all on this plan. They are all in this plot against the people of the Caribbean Islands. All of a sudden, Russian. All of a sudden now, you have Russia now rushing to the Caribbean Islands to look like if they're going to start war with the US. No, folks. The war is against us. All the ministers, prime ministers, presidents, whatever country they are in the Caribbean Islands, they are all on this together. Not what now? What actually taking place in Trinidad, happening in different Caribbean islands? If only know how together the prime ministers are, the presidents are, how together they are in secret. You think that a president has just become a president just like that? No. A president or prime minister will indeed have influence over a particular nation or people. The Illuminati want control over that. That is the said reason why they're all fighting to destroy us. That is the reason why they raise everything in the grocery. They want us to rebel against them. And once we begin to rebel against them, then they will rise up against us, because the fact that we don't know what the ass going on and why they're against us. But I am telling you the truth. That is the reason why they don't want nobody to listen to what I have to say. They don't want nobody to listen to what Archangel has to say. That's why they censor my life. That's why they have the psychics, the pastors, the prophets, the churches. They're all against Yah. They're all against us. Now, this not only happening in Caribbean, no. This, folks, happening everywhere on the earth. Zambia, Nigeria, all those other places sold out already to the Illuminati. All the places that don't have a Rothschild bank, they are still sold out. So when you think that two allies going at war with one another, they're really coming against the people, it's a plot. A plot to cut us off, because it is an agenda. If you all know how wicked and evil this world is, if you only know what danger lies ahead of these 7 days that we're going to enter into, you will see. You don't want to listen now, but you will listen soon.
No one gonna stop us now from doing the right thing. I was born to protect black people, freedom. No such is the one who can.
So when you have a government ordering 1 million coffins, what thing they're going to do with 1 million coffins? Spending millions of dollars in coffins and guillotines. What thing they're going to do with that? That's it is for FEMA camp. Yes, all the people who get led into FEMA camp dead. People want righteousness. People need righteousness from the Creator Elohim. People need our righteousness.
One step at a time. I tell you to each and every one. Ethiopia to the land. Why should I? Just for vanity. Why should I? For the easy of things, and I know that's not alright. It's the rain and the love of everything. Something I know I'm gonna stop us now. From doing the right thing. I think something
right under the public
public nose. Right under the public nose. Not under the public nose, no. Right under the public nose, they keep people in the concentration camp. And that's what they're going to do in the Caribbean Islands, because that's what they're planning right now. So this morning, alright, they saw at least 20 warships, which could also entertain FEMA within on the vessel, all right, in the Caribbean Islands, all right, 20 warships in the Caribbean Islands. That's why this is very important, so that people could know what is going to happen in a few days from now, before the earthquake happen.
There's no one gonna stop us now from doing the right thing. Why should
So someone spot 20 warships which could also entertain FEMA on board. Understand? 20 warships in the Caribbean Islands, on the Caribbean waters, in the Caribbean waters, spotted in Grenada. I'm going to bring up the map for you in a sec.
I wonder where my brother, just for vanity? Why should I wonder where my sisters, or believe some things when I know I and I leave some the rain and the rule for everything. So there's no one gonna stop us now from doing the right thing.
Alright, so as I was saying before Facebook removed the audio, I'd like to say thank you for every one of you who watched today's live. Please continue to watch today's live. Please continue to read what is in the description of the live. Please continue to share it with your family members, with your brothers, your sisters, your enemies. Alright, because your true enemies is the ones who control you. The true enemies is the ones who make the laws. Your true enemies is the ones who govern the nation. Alright, they are your true enemy. Your brother or your sister, alright, is not your true enemy. But the ones who govern the countries or the nations, the continents or the world, the ones who govern the world, whether they are prime ministers, whether they are ministers in government, or whoever they are, chief this and chief that, police officer, they are all in the agenda of the Illuminati, whether you believe it or not. I just want to give you a little idea. I have so much things to teach. I have so much knowledge. I have so much wisdom. I have so much things to teach, but people wouldn't understand what I'm teaching because they are in the flesh. And once they're in the flesh, they will be lost because they won't understand exactly what I'm trying to make them understand. Alright?
Why should I wonder where the children will believe something when I know exactly
Alright, so what you see in there in grey? Alright,
Yeah,
what you see in there, what you see in there in what you see in grey, that is the US warships. What the hell they doing in Caribbean waters? What they doing in Caribbean waters unless if they planning a plot?
No, this short piece of live that is going to play is going to be for a little while. Alright, this short piece of live, I'm going to just let it play out and then I'm going to end the live. Alright, this short piece of live, this was on October 6, 2018, that when I get the prophecy or the dream about the earthquakes that will be happening in throughout the Caribbean Islands, throughout the earth. Alright, that is when I get the vision of the missile that will be launched at the Trinidad or the embassy, the US embassy in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Alright, so this live was from the 6th of October 2018.
That's as my vision states. That's why I wanted people to listen. I wanted people to tune out to listen, but people do not want to hear. That's why when it happens, you will be taken into FEMA camp and you will not know how to defend yourself or your family at all.
Yeah, man, dude, it's a natural thing. Waking up thing, original thing, and Rastaman thing. Why should I wonder where my brother just for vanity? Why should I wonder where my sister for believe something when I know I and I live on the rain and the rule over everything? Nothing or no one gonna stop us now from doing the right thing. The people that became a victim, wow, because the system might make it so. Don't take no bread from the politics, no. Scribes and Pharisees, I think them below. One block, the other side, I come strong. Just listen to this music, all the vibes that flow. From the seed,
So they don't want to listen.
the soul, we bear the fruit. But today and tomorrow, why should I want to hurt my brother just for vanity?
Look, those warships is not even far from Trinidad. Look where Trinidad is, and look where Grenada is.
Why should I?
And by the way, Venezuela is not far from Trinidad. Venezuela about 7 kilometers from Trinidad. Venezuela is absolutely not far from Trinidad. You understand what I'm saying? They're all going to gather together because they are waiting for the split that will happen between Capranio and Maturin to divide Trinidad in 3. Which will, if the split happening in Venezuela, all right, of the tectonic plate of Capranio and Maturin, that means that Venezuela and all will be brought under judgment. That means that the people from Venezuela now will try to swim across to Trinidad, but they will drown. I'm telling you all, it's going to be a nightmare when that 8.5 earthquake happens. Because when that 8.5 magnitude earthquake happens, Capranio of the Maturin tectonic plate, the epicenter of the Caribbean Islands or the Caribbean Trinidad northeast or north-south tectonic plate, because the Capranio tectonic plate supports the whole island of Trinidad, and it also supports Tobago. It also supports Grenada and Jamaica. It don't support the whole of Jamaica, but it supports Kingston in Jamaica. So if the earthquake happens in Maturin of the Capranio tectonic plate, Kingston in Jamaica will feel the earthquake, but it wouldn't be as rough or hard, or the shaking or the rocking wouldn't be as much stuff as what will actually unfold, in other words. All right, so when the 8.5 earthquake happens, they are going to call a state of emergency in Trinidad immediately. Like the earthquake that happened on the 21st of August 2018 was the beginning of the judgment of Elohim for the Caribbean Islands. Understand? Let me know if you understand.
I wonder my sister, for the least of things when I know that I'm alright. Lives and reigns over everything. Nothing or no one gonna stop us now from doing the right thing. I was born to protect black people, dignity. Not that shit, the one who can dig me down, but I'm the one from having my just clear my conscience. Can't tell me how to not direction. Righteousness is what the people want, see them raise. Tell them be not so ignorant, take it one step at a time. I tell it to each and every one, keep the other to the right. Why should I wonder my brother just for vanity? Why should I wonder my sister for the least of things when I know that I'm alright? From the rain and over everything.
So all we'll be seeing there is ships. We're talking about warships surrounding the Caribbean Islands, and that was in October the 6th, 2018. Shalom, shalom, blessed night to everyone, and cold weather season right now that is actually experienced right now in New York, Brooklyn, Canada. All right, that means that the cold front from New York will actually blow to the Caribbean Islands. All right, so the Caribbean Islands could dip to at least 12 to 15 degrees Celsius in the next 3 to 4 days. All right, so the temperatures in the Caribbean Islands are going to drop, and eventually it will begin to snow in Trinidad. That was the purpose for the dreams and the visions, was to show everybody who have dreams now and getting visions about the end time, that it was to show them what is the plan, all right, how the plans will unfold for all the islands and every part of the earth. 3 days before the lunar solar eclipse, a lot of you all received dreams and visions as well. And most of you never ever reached out to Archangel Samuel to express your dreams, to get revelation of your dreams. Instead, you turn to the psychic witch. Exact word what Mama say here. Instead that they turn to Archangel Samuel, they turn to the psychic witch Devika. Devika, psychic in Trinidad. And they believe in the lies of the fallen angels or the words that are spoken through her. And now you continue to believe in that mistress of Lucifer, mistress of Lucifer, Devika. Hence, the reason why all of you will be brought under judgment. All I hear, why judgment come upon the Caribbean Islands? Who is the one that invoked it? Devika. And all of your shame will flee from you on that great day. And on that day, and that day is drawing so very near. So Mama have a thing, Elohim have a thing against Devika. They have a thing against Devika, against all the psychics, the Obeah, all of them who work in witchcraft, all of them who steal in prophecies from Archangel Samuel, all of them who speak in words that they have no idea what it is about, and all of them who take in the words of Yah out of context and put it into their own words. Thereafter, a curse will surely come upon all those who reject the righteousness of Elohim, spoken to Archangel Samuel. Because you refuse to be inobedient, hence the reason why judgment will come quickly upon you. Listen carefully and listen very well, Caribbean Island people. Because you refuse all these things, because you refuse the righteousness or the standard of your creators, hence the reason why judgment will come upon you. Because you love religion and you love the tradition and refuse to reject this Babylon system that was created by the Illuminati. Because of that, hence the reason why that day of judgment is drawing near. And on that great day I will reject you, and you will be no priest to me, neither will be your fruits, which is your children or your offsprings, will be any priest to me. We go to our next page. All of you who love Jesus Christ, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Parvati, all the idols that the world worship, adore, and love. And all of you who love all the idols of this earth, Jesus Christ is your enemy. I will not receive you. Now get ready, which was said 10 times. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Now this will be Yahushua speaking, because Mama Imaya has ended her sentence by saying, I will not receive you unless if you reject religions and traditions. So all those who promoting religion and saying that religion is good and you need to be in a religion, no. When that day of judgment come, you will have no rescue or no savior or nobody coming to help you or your family, because you reject the righteousness that Archangel Samuel has spoken. Now get ready. Yahushua spoke 10 times. Those who mock and scoff and say all those who mock and scoff, let them continue to mock and scoff. Let them continue to laugh. That is of no concern to us. If Jason Kanhai is the guy from Yisreal, want to continue to laugh, let them continue to laugh. We will destroy all of them. All of them. They will be wiped off of the earth. No one will remember them. Their existence will be like the winds that the chaff drive it away in 7 different directions. All who want to mock and scoff and laugh could do so now. Do so as it is in your free will to do as whatever as you please. So while the moon is shifting into position, on that night the solar eclipse was seen in places that wasn't scheduled to be seen. So all these other places that wasn't scheduled to see the blood moon saw it. So all those other places that didn't have or scheduled to see the blood moon, they saw it, because the position of the moon switched on that lunar eclipse night when the blood moon occurred throughout the Caribbean Islands. Because Trinidad got front row seat to firstly see the lunar eclipse, and that was a major sign, for everyone who living in the Caribbean Islands, as that was a prophecy that Elohim has given recently, sometime last year. So while the shifting or position was going on of the moon, different positions, the foundation stone ruby took in effect to shade the moon. And while that happened, the moon become black as sackcloth. There is a scripture that speaks about this, that the moon will become as blood on that great day, and the moon will become black as sackcloth, black as ashes. And while Ruby was shifting into her position, now this is Yahushua speaking here. After this is done, you are done for, O world. And he continued to say, let them laugh, let them mock and scoff. This is the way the generation has become. This is the way they are now. This is what the generation has become. Let them go listen to the psychics, to the mediums, to the false prophets. Let them confide in the unrighteous ones on the earth, whose partakers of the workers of iniquity, the evil ones, the ones who do enslave all of humanity. Let them go run to them for what is about to unfold upon them. Let them run to them when I bring destruction upon them. Jason Kanhai works for US Seismic Science. He works for them. They know exactly who Archangel Samuel is. They know exactly who Archangel Samuel is, the divine messenger. They know that. They truly know that. They want you, the public, to remain blind. To remain blind. You remain blind. You remain blind. You remain blind to the signs that we have shown everyone in the Caribbean Islands and throughout the earth. We will cut each and every one of those who hate Archangel Samuel off of this earth as that day approaches. Now we will get this completed. The evil ones have no shame. They don't care about humanity. They never did in the first place. Neither do they want to care. And all they in the Caribbean Islands, especially in Trinidad, all they are studying now is carnival. Carnival, carnival, carnival. We will wipe them off the face of this earth. I, Yahushua, decree that all who mock and scoff at us and make a mockery out of the words that we speak to Archangel Samuel,
that we will bring them to a ruin heap. And beginning today, the 21st of January, henceforth, after this day and forward, we will begin our judgment. You are in the final hour. And now, the enemy has already we will begin our judgment upon America, the Caribbean Islands, Saudi Arabia, the Philippines, Indonesia, Canada, Guatemala, and all other islands within the regions of the Caribbean and the Atlantic Basin. And now it has begun, as the blood moon has ended. America is already shut down. America is already shut down. Now all other nations will take pattern in exactly to what America has done. All other nations will fall under the same category and the same pattern of what is taking place in America. It will spread like wildfire, as what is already unfolding in Venezuela, Brazil, and Mexico. And soon as they will call martial law upon all islands. And eventually it will be a worldwide chaos unfolding that is going to break out worldwide by February 5th, 2019. A worldwide economic collapse. Everything is going to collapse thereafter, the 5th. Just as like a domino effect, everything is going to collapse one by one, limb by limb. On the 21st of January 2019, there are other prophecies which I wouldn't release yet. There are other prophecies that I wouldn't release as yet. But I want the words that Yahushua, Imaya, and Abba Yahuwah have spoken this evening to you. I wanted to synchronize in your spirit, synchronize in your heart right about now. For it to sink to the depths of your heart right now. And just open your heart for a second. Just think. Just think. If you're not in correct standing with Elohim, just know what's going to happen.